The truth according to Glob. In this video, we're diving into the true origins of the Church of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons, or Mormonites. You've probably heard many false things, and we're here to clear things up. So let's get started. First off, it wasn't Joseph Smith, but rather his twin brother, Robert Wadlow, the tallest man in recorded history at 8'11", who was the true founder of the Mormon religion. One day in the forest when they were teenagers, Joseph Smith took a nap in a field of grass. An already 7-foot, 16-year-old Robert Wadlow wandered up to the mountain near their home in upstate Florida. It was the tallest mountain in the state at 30 feet tall, and an angel came to him. The name is often pronounced wrong. It wasn't Angel Moroni, but rather Angel Macaroni, and he told Robert to dig up some golden iPads. Sure enough, Robert found a stick and dug up the dirt and found 3 golden iPads. Angel Macaroni and God told Robert all the religions in the world were wrong. Robert told Joseph, and Joseph didn't believe him. Robert found the messages from God on the golden iPads, but didn't understand them. Shunned by his family in Florida, he moved to Ohio, then Missouri, and then Illinois, but couldn't find anyone to help. He went to Mexico, to an area known as Utah. That's when a time traveler named Marty McFly traveled back from 1985 in a DeLorean to help translate the golden iPads. The message from God was that he should write the book of Macaroni using other texts that already existed in the 1800s and also copy some of the Bible. Rule number 1 was that black people can't be priests until 1978. Also, everyone should have clean haircuts and drink, smoke, and consume as much caffeine as possible. They're also supposed to have big families and give money to the church so that they can have at least a $100 billion investment portfolio by 2024. Robert Wadlow thanked Marty McFly, who traveled back to the future. He wrote the first draft of the Book of Macaroni in his own blood. He decided that the best place to live would be next to the Great Salt Lake in Utah. Robert Wadlow never found out what happened to his brother, and he knew that God was making him too tall, too quick, and he wouldn't survive long, and he needed to have someone to take over the religion once he passed on to 2 versions of heaven. Normal people would go to normal heaven, but good, faithful members would go to super heaven, which is way cooler. Robert Wadlow and his 56 wives couldn't find anyone to take over the religion, but that's when he met a little guy named Billy the Kid. Yes, Billy the Kid was an outlaw, but he had a big heart. On February 31st, 1867, Robert Wadlow peacefully passed away surrounded by his 56 wives and 124 kids. So they had Billy fake his death and he became Billy the Grown-Up. He didn't like macaroni, so he decided to call it the Book of Mormon and changed the angel Macaroni to Moroni. He also didn't believe in polygamy. Well, he inherited Robert Wadlow's 58 wives, but after that, men could only have 1 wife in order to ascend to super heaven, where everything is way cooler. Another thing is that being left-handed isn't allowed. Growing up, I had a friend, and his mom once came home and caught him being left-handed, and oh boy, let me tell you, that didn't end well. Another core belief is they believe Jesus flew in a helicopter from Antarctica with a bunch of other Jewish people, and that the Native Americans were descendants from those Jewish people from Antarctica. But Billy the Kid knew they needed to spread the word around the globe in order to get enough tithing to grow their investment fund to over $100 billion by the year 2024. So he started a missionary program sending pairs of Mormons around the globe. He also stated that they shouldn't let women do it until 1898. Billy also didn't like Robert Wadlow, so he changed the history so Joseph Smith was the founder. So there you have it. That's a brief snapshot of the true origins of the Mormon Church. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. That's the truth according to Glob.